We are here at Spillane Field. It's the Wareham Gatemen postgame show. My name's Jacob Toby. I got these festive guys with hats. They didn't give me one. That's Jake Garcia, my broadcast partner, Matt Feld, our beat writer, and Andre Sims, our field reporter. He's always on in garbage time. You know him. Oh, yeah. The Bourne Braves lose to the Wareham Gatemen 2-1, and we'll start with Matt on he likes the offense out of the catchers so far the past couple games.
Yeah, we talked about it after they had lost to Katuitt. We really had not seen that much offensive production out of Harrison Winston and Joey Bart. But these last two games, they've really turned it on. Winston with a double yesterday, Joey Bart with 2 more hits today. And Coach Jerry Weinstein talked about how they've really improved themselves defensively, the command of the pitching staff, all around, and also at the plate. They've really been grinding out at bats, and it's really just makes this lineup so much deeper, 1-9.
And now we're going to bring it over to Andre, who you like the middle infield tonight from the Wareham Gatemen.
Yeah, you know, the middle infield had one uncharacteristic game where they had a couple errors resulting in 2 unearned runs a few games ago. But since then, they've looked the part of what they're built to be, and that is a great defensive unit. Tonight, Giratano and Cole Freeman had some beautiful, beautiful double plays, including one went 6-4-3 with Cole Freeman catching it on the bare hand and firing over to first. So that's the kind of defense that we as a broadcast team have come to expect from these guys, and now we're finally seeing it come into fruition, whether it's Freeman and Giratano or Freeman and Grand Prix, whoever it is, they can turn them with the best of them.
Jake Garcia, you like velos of pitchers. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm talking velos tonight, and the starter for Wareham, Zachary Pop, he was a reliever at Kentucky, about half and half starting and relieving. And the thing about relievers that's always important to watch on the Cape is how they maintain their velocity into their 3rd, 4th, 5th innings of work. And the scouting report on Pop was that he did that in his last time out, and tonight he continued to do the exact same thing, was 92-95, and that is very impressive from a sinker ball pitcher. We saw 3 double play balls tonight that Bourne grounded into in key situations, and Pop was able to get out of those innings because of his sinker. The other thing to pay attention to, these bullpen guys, they come in with 1 or 2 pitches. Well, Pop comes in, and he's starting to develop more and more of his secondaries. His changeup is still a work in progress, but his curveball right now has been lethal, and that's what really allowed him to find success tonight, along with his sinker ball. And then Casey Mize, the last guy out of the bullpen tonight, he was touching upwards of 95 and 96 at times. Out of Auburn, the scouts loved him today. They were tweeting up a storm about him. And again, we called this Gatemen bullpen yesterday an embarrassment of riches. That may be a little bit of a stretch just because we're up and down with the team this year too. But truth be told, this Gatemen bullpen is starting to look very, very talented.
A guy whose velos aren't that fast is Gunnar Leger, only throwing a fastball about 88 to 89 miles an hour. But he continues to throw strikes and continues to strike guys out tonight. 3 innings, 1 hit, 4 K. So I really like him out of the bullpen. He's been strong. He's also a great starter. They're working on just his placement of pitches. He has a great cut fastball and a great changeup as well. Final thoughts from you, boys?
Well, Austin Wade's expected to get his first start in the outfield for the Gatemen tomorrow. Luke Bonfield has once again gone down with a quad injury. He can't seem to stay off the minor disabled list up here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. He obviously drew a ton of walks at TCU, and this team has had a tough time drawing walks. So his ability to get on base should just bolster guys like Cole Freeman, Alex Destino, Gavin Sheets. And we should expect an offensive explosion, I feel like, the next couple days out of the Wareham Gatemen.
Well, my final takeaway, first of all, shout out to the Bourne broadcasters for letting us use their hats tonight, making our post-game show very festive. The other thing, Wareham now 9-3 in 1-run games. You always look and see if there's fluky performance involved, and maybe you say this team has kind of underperformed their record, if you will. The 1-run games are cause for concern, and Jerry Weinstein said after the game it's because right now the offense can't seem to get it going. But if this team continues to win, again, this isn't something that is going to suddenly change overnight during the season. It could be sticky year-round. In the long run, say 160 games, which obviously won't be played, that's when things start to even out. But Wareham right now excelling in 1-run games.
Dr. Dre?
Well, Jake, you took my final post-game thought because I was also going to shout out the Bourne broadcaster for letting us use their hat, but Jim Lawler is an exceptional pitching coach. It's no small feat to take a guy who was a starter and bring him out of the bullpen or vice versa with, for the most part, seamless results. It hasn't been super herky-jerky, and we have talked to him before about him only throwing people 3 to 4 innings at a time. And so what he's doing is really unorthodox, but also proving to have very good results in the growth of his pitchers. And I talked to Zach Pop afterwards about how he's grown as a pitcher as he's trying to be extended into a full-time starter. And he said it's just trusting his stuff. Sometimes he tries to pull back off of his velocity, like you said, touching 92, 95, in order to control. But Jim Lawler said, no, that's not you as a pitcher. Use your sinker and all that stuff. So Jim Lawler, exceptional pitching coach.
All right, so the Wareham Gatemen advanced to 12-8-1, while the Bourne Braves fall to 11-9-1. It was a Chamber of Commerce type day on our broadcast, all sorts of problems, but it doesn't matter as we are one of the best teams on the Cape. So for Matt Feld, Jake Garcia, Andre Sims, I'm Jacob Toby saying so long and good night from Spillane Field.
PR down.